Just a couple of days after the first sitting of the 7th Democratic Administration and the election of the President, the youth's expectations remain high regarding the promises made to them by political parties.
I think there's been a lot of promises that have been made, so it would be nice for those promises to be withheld, especially in consideration with education and jobs, just because as a student, like in my last year of studies, I know how important it is getting an education and going as far as you can, but then it's not as easy afterwards to get jobs.
Exactly what Jamie said. I think the DA, the most important promise for them is like the lack of education for like young students, but also crime as well.
I think we are living in an interesting time whereby the idea of a rainbow nation can be accomplished. As South Africans, we are at the advantage point where we can teach other nations on how to come together as different race for good of our country.
The youth in the mother city, especially those who come from impoverished areas, expect their lives to improve.
My expectation is that our government should improve our infrastructure and the drains with sewages is overwhelming the communities.
No, I'm not currently employed, man. And what I do expect of the government is to create more jobs for the youth, man, you see, and to how can I say, develop our communities, to the infrastructure, you see.
The challenges facing the youth are numerous, including joblessness, crime, and access to education.
Well, unemployment being quite a large or quite a big one would be the most important one, because if we start employing more people, that means more job security. And obviously with the economy the way that it's going at the moment, that's one of the only ways that we are going to prosper in the end.
What we hope is that we just see some accountability. I think that ANC naturally, I think they've been extremely humble in the process. DA naturally, they've gotten their place in a very powerful position. I think that across the board we want to see some accountability.
And I view the government of national unity as a necessary vehicle to take the country forward. Some have called for a youth ministry to be established to address issues of education and unemployment, among others.
One of the priorities of this government of national unity would be to grow the economy, to ensure that it creates better opportunities for employment, for small and medium businesses to thrive, and also it gives an opportunity for young people to organize themselves and speak in a singular voice, similar to the ones of 1976.
Celebrations of Youth Day also mark 48 years since young people took to the streets demanding quality education in 1976. 48 years later, some of the challenges the youth faced then remain, and now they are pinning their hopes on the new government of national unity. I'm Lamli Maneli for SABC News in Cape Town.